agents, that's sort of the level three AGI. This is the year, I think Greg Brockman talked about recently, this is the year of the agent. Um, with tools like Operator, Code Interpreter, what kind of workflows do you think will disappear or appear that we just aren't ready for yet?
For a long time, ChatGPT was like a Google replacement. You could ask it something that was about as long as a Google query, maybe like half an hour worth of Google queries it could assemble together. And that was still pretty good, but it still felt like a more advanced version of search. But now you start to see things where you can like really give a task to Codex, for example, or to Deep Research, and you have this thing go off and do a bunch of stuff and come back to you with like a proposal. It's like a very junior employee that can work on something for like a short period of time. And if you think about how much of the work that the world does is work that can be done in front of a computer in like few hour chunks where you then have someone say like, okay, that was good enough or not, it's quite a lot. So I think this is part of that overhang we were talking about earlier, but I think this is going to go quite far. And I think with current O3, to say nothing of our next model, you can build a lot of experiences like this.
How do you see the future of human computer interaction and interfaces? And what are sort of the limitations of those interfaces that, motivated you?
One of the things that I think sci-fi got right is the idea of the interface almost melts away. Like voice interfaces today, we think of as something that is kind of sucky because they don't work that well. But in theory, if you could say to a computer, this is exactly what I want to happen today. And if there's any changes, if like I'm delayed, if something happens, I trust you to like go off and do all those things, but like I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to think about it. And it just did it all and you trusted that it worked. That would be an interface that almost melted away, except when it, was like a super great human assistant needed to talk to you. But you would be like really thrilled. When I like use my phone today, I feel like I am like walking down Times Square in New York, getting like bumped into by people. I love my phone. It's an incredible piece of technology, but it's like notification here, this thing happening, this thing popping up, like bright colors, like all kinds of flashing things at me. It's just stressful. And I can imagine an interface where the computer mostly melts away. It does the stuff I need. But I really trust that it's going to do a great job of like surfacing information to me, making judgment calls about when I have to do, acting on my behalf when it should. And I'm quite excited for that. I'm not going